I'm supposed to go to Northport and take an A train. Yes. There's a ferry going. Yeah, I'm skipping. DJ, I gotta say, a kid.
Hello, my name is Diana Zarbinellian, the proud valedictorian of the class of 2025 at Miller Place High School. I am beyond honored to be the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2025 for Miller Place High School. A common misconception with valedictorians is that they think that the rank is due to natural intellect, but I like to think that it's due to work ethic. And I got here where I was because I worked harder than everybody else in my class, if I can brag, and I'm very proud of that achievement. My plans for post-graduation, first off, I'm going to be majoring in business administration at NYU Stern School of Business. After that, I will be attending law school. I do not know which law school at the moment, but I'm sure that if I work hard and excel in my LSAT and attend as many clubs as possible, do extracurriculars, and keep up my work ethic, that I'll be going to an excellent law school, become a lawyer, and maybe delve into politics. But of course, I like to keep in mind that when you make plans, don't make them too rigid because life throws you punches and you have to roll with them. My education here at Miller Place High School definitely prepared me for my for post-graduation and onwards. I came here in October of my freshman year, so I started out not knowing anyone, and I am so honored to be part of the class of 2025. So many brilliant students that challenged me. I made some rivals here, not enemies, I'm sure, and they made me want to get better. So I want to thank the students first off. The teachers, absolutely amazing. Could not say anything bad about the teachers here. What's great about the teachers and the staff and the faculty at Miller Place High School is that when they teach you something, they want you to be able to apply it to life. So the basic Common Core courses of math, science, English, and any of the other ones, yes, they taught you the curriculum. Yes, you had to memorize things, but they went a step further and they made you apply them to life so that you understand why you are learning in the first place. And that's why I pride myself in becoming a lifelong learner, and that's going to carry me so far in life. And especially since I've gotten so close to so many teachers, I just want to continue to make them proud and make Miller Place proud overall. There's so many memories to choose from that bring such a positive light into my life. And to choose just one would just be an insult to the other ones. But I think just every time at the end of the year when I see how far I've come in a certain course and I can look my teacher in the eye and I could say, thank you.
Hi, I'm Matthew Cerrito, and I'm proud to be the salutatorian of the Miller Place 2025 graduating class. Being selected salutatorian has been a goal of mine for a very long time, probably since elementary school. So achieving this selection has been deeply fulfilling. It's really nice to see all the hard work I put in each day for the past 4 years finally pay off, and it provides some reassurance that I can continue setting high goals and ambitious goals for myself in the future. My plans post graduation are to attend Stony Brook University in the fall, where I'll be studying electrical engineering, and I'll also be a member of the Honors College. From just there, I could see myself taking a bunch of different paths. So I guess it just depends on where my future takes me. The education here at Miller Place High School prepared me for my future in a bunch of different ways. It led to immense personal and intellectual growth inside the classroom. I was not only provided the tools and foundation to thrive in college and my career, but also outside the walls of the classroom, clubs, sports. I learned so many lessons, and the small, tight-knit community of Miller Place gave me the ability to grow so many relationships, which allowed me to develop into the most well-rounded person I could be. So the words of advice I'd give my fellow classmates is that all of our goals are probably to be successful in whatever we do. So I think it's important that we keep in mind that we should not measure our success with someone else's ruler. In other words, define our success, define how our own success and live up to our own expectations, not others. So my encouragement, I guess, is I know we could all do that. I think my single best memory from Miller Place was joining the badminton team my senior year after not doing it all other 3 years, and it was a very fun experience for me.
I'm gonna get a wave so I can jazz up his pearls.
Hello, my name is Diana Zarbinellian, the proud valedictorian of the class of 2025 at Miller Place High School. I am beyond honored to be the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2025 for Miller Place High School. A common misconception with valedictorians is that they think that the rank is due to natural intellect, but I like to think that it's due to work ethic. And I got here where I was because I worked harder than everybody else in my class, if I can brag. And I'm very proud of that achievement. My plans for post-graduation, first off, I'm going to be majoring in business administration at NYU Stern School of Business. After that, I will be attending law school. I do not know which law school at the moment, but I'm sure that if I work hard and excel in my LSAT and attend as many clubs as possible, do extracurriculars, and keep up my work ethic, that I'll be going to an excellent law school, become a lawyer, and maybe delve into politics. But of course, I like to keep in mind that when you make plans, don't make them too rigid because life throws you punches and you have to roll with it. My education here at Miller Place High School definitely prepared me for my for post-graduation and onwards. I came here in October of my freshman year, so I started out not knowing anyone, and I am so honored to be part of the class of 2025. So many brilliant students that challenged me. I made some rivals here, not enemies, I'm sure. And they made me want to get better. So I want to thank the students first off. The teachers, absolutely amazing. Could not say anything bad about the teachers here. What's great about the teachers and the staff and the faculty at Miller Place High School is that when they teach you something, they want you to be able to apply it to life. So the basic Common Core courses of math, science, English, and any of the other ones, yes, they taught you the curriculum. Yes, you had to memorize things, but they went a step further and they made you apply them to life so that you understand why you are learning in the first place. And that's why I pride myself in becoming a lifelong learner, and that's going to carry me so far in life. And especially since I've gotten so close to so many teachers, I just want to continue to make them proud and make Miller Place proud overall. There's so many memories to choose from that bring such a positive light into my life. And to choose just one would just be an insult to the other ones. But I think just every time at the end of the year when I see how far I've come in a certain course and I can look my teacher in the eye and I can say, thank you.
Hi, I'm Matthew Cerrito, and I'm proud to be the salutatorian of the Miller Place 2025 graduating class. Being selected salutatorian.
At this time, will everyone please rise and join the class of 2025 in honoring our nation with the playing of our national anthem by our high school band. Please be seated. Good evening, parents, guests, faculty, staff, and students. I'd like to welcome you to the 51st commencement ceremony here at Miller Place High School. At this time, I'd like to invite up Taylor McHugh, Executive Council Vice President, to introduce today's honored guest in front of us. Taylor.
It is my pleasure to introduce the following honored guests. From our Board of Education, Vice President, Mr. Brian Macarius. Trustee, Dr. John Galligan. Trustee, Andrea Spaniolas. From the Central Administration, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Seth Lipshe. Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Susan Craddock. Executive Director for Educational Services, Mrs. Sandra Wojciechowski. Director of Human Resources, Christopher Hershaft. Administrator for Athletics, Physical Education, Health, and Intramurals, Mr. Ron Petrie. Curriculum Specialist for Math, Science, Business, and Technology, Mr. Nicholas Corletto. Curriculum Specialist for Humanities, Mr. Matthew Nicoletti. Administrator for Instruction and Data Reporting, Mr. Kurt Roth. Director of Technology, Ms. Barbara Weir. Director of Facilities, Mr. Wayne Casey. Administrator for Special Education, Dr. Jeremy Koch. Curriculum Specialist for Elementary, Mr. Evan Curran. From the High School Administration, Principal, Mr. Kevin Slavin. Assistant Principal and Director of Guidance, Mr. Sean White. Assistant Principal, Miss Deborah White. Dean of Students, Mr. Dominic Luray. From the North Country Road Middle School, Principal, Miss Christine Mangiamelli. Assistant Principal, Miss Diana Tufaro. From the Lattier Decker Sound Beach School, Principal, Dr. Jean Marie Diaversa. From the Andrew Miller Primary School, Principal, Miss Laura Gorwitz. Senior Class Advisor, Miss Kimberly Galipter. And our participating faculty, Mr. Aaron Zeltman. Thank you.
Taylor. Great job, kid. Really good job. The district would like to recognize individuals that have served in the United States Armed Forces. If there are any members of the audience that have served in the U.S. military or have family members that are currently serving, could you please stand so that we can recognize you? Will any graduates of the class of 2025 who have committed to military service after graduation please rise and join those veterans so that you can be recognized? Would any Miller Place alumni, current or former faculty, or former administrators that are in the audience tonight, please stand so that we can recognize you as well? And I would like to thank Mr. Vincent Hardy and our high school band for the playing of Pomp and Circumstance during the processional and the national anthem. Great job, guys. At this time, I'd like to present the class of 2025 to Mr. Seth Lipshe, our Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Lipshe.
Thank you, Mr. Slavin. Good evening, parents, guardians, families, staff, and dignitaries, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. Today is a historic milestone for each of our graduates and for the Miller Place School District as we celebrate our 51st graduating class. To the graduates, as your time in Miller Place comes to a close, I would like you to think about two topics: making mistakes and taking chances on yourself. We all make mistakes, they're part of life. They provide opportunities for fostering growth. When we recognize our mistakes and learn from them, that is code for experience. Outcomes cannot be controlled. Things might not turn out as planned. Therefore, when making decisions, use your past experiences and the best of intentions. In the event that things don't work out, you'll be able to look at yourself in the mirror without blinking. Avoid taking actions or making decisions that are repeated and result in a similar mistake. Repeated mistakes are similar to the adage, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If a mistake is made, have the ability to take ownership of the mistake. Failure to take ownership of mistakes will create barriers and walls that will impact your future goals and personal relationships. Be able to recognize you were wrong. Have the capacity to say, I'm sorry. Throughout your journey, you'll be presented with opportunities that will change your lives, and some of those opportunities will come with significant risks, but even greater rewards. I've been asked for advice regarding major job-related decisions. The advice I give is in the form of a question. Are you willing to bet on yourself? The purpose of the introspection is to create two more questions to ask yourself. Have I done everything within my power to put myself in the best possible position? And in the event I fail, do I have the ability and strength to move forward? My advice to each of you is to use your Miller Place experiences, including your mistakes, to recognize what makes you unique, to become the best version of yourself. Find something that inspires you and do whatever it takes to make it happen. a quote often attributed to F. Scott Fitzgerald. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or in my case, too early, to be whoever you want to be. There is no time limit. Start whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you've never felt before. I hope you meet people who have a different point of view. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you're not, have the hope and the courage to start over again. Graduates, as you continue to create your own narrative, live a life of learned mistakes, have the best of intentions, and when opportunity knocks, bet on yourself. From the lyrics of singer and songwriter Billy Joel, life's a series of hellos and goodbyes. We said hello when you were started as young students. Today we say goodbye to you as graduates and adults. As you leave the gates of Miller Place for the last time, I hope that you will continue to find great successes in your future. I encourage you to come back and share your story and continue to make us forever Miller Place proud. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
Our next speaker has demonstrated exceptional academic achievement, earning a cumulative average of 102.23. Throughout his time at Miller Place High School, he has been actively engaged in a wide range of academic, extracurricular, and service-oriented activities. He's held several leadership roles, including Secretary of the Foreign Language Honor Society, Public Relations Officer for the National Honor Society, and Electrical Sub-Team Captain for our first robotics team. He's also been a dedicated member of the Service Club, Mathletes, and the varsity basketball, track, and badminton teams, earning academic all-county honors in basketball. In addition to his school-based involvement, he has generously volunteered his time at the North Shore Youth Council, the Port Jefferson Free Library, and the Long Island Science Center. Academically, he has taken 19 advanced placement honors or college-level courses and has earned placement on the high honor roll for every quarter from grades 9 through 12. His outstanding performance on AP exams has earned him the distinction of AP Scholar with honors. This young man will bring his talents and intelligence to Stony Brook University in the fall to major in electrical engineering. It is my absolute honor to introduce the class of 2025 salutatorian, Mr. Matthew Cerrito.
Good evening, families, friends, faculty, administration, and of course, classmates. After weeks and months of procrastinating on this speech, despite all of Mr. Vallone's wishes for me, I've finally written it, and luckily for you guys, it's only a few hours long. Initially, when deciding what message I wanted to give to everyone, I didn't even know where to start. I was completely lost. After all, you guys are already perfect. So, though eventually, as the end of the year neared in my AP Lit class, Mr. Stabnick had each of his students do a TED Talk for their final project. And I was listening to all my classmates. I realized that everyone here has a story, and everyone here has their own personal message. As Mr. Slavin put it in his guest TED Talk, when we were born, we were given a pen and an empty page, and we are all writing our story every day. When we all started kindergarten, the class of 2025 was also given a pen, and together we decided to write a masterpiece. So instead of reading off of only my page, I decided I should read off of the page that we wrote together as a class over the past 13 years. Our story began on September 4th, 2012. Now, of course, not all of us were Panthers since day one, but for many of us, that was the day we walked through the doors of Andrew Muller Primary School as Miller Place students for the very first time. But in the blink of an eye, we were sitting at our 5th grade moving up ceremony, saying goodbye to elementary school all together. and we were recounting our memories of playing Star Wars and Ghostbusters in the Amps Cafe Gymatorium, enjoying holiday parties with our classmates, or listening to that mystery reader every Thursday. If there are any elementary schoolers here today, unfortunately, I'm here to tell you it only goes downhill from there. Anyways, I digress. Next, we were off to North Country Road Middle School. A lot of people might call this the dark ages. Everyone started getting on Snapchat and Instaham. Those serious middle school relationships started to form, and teachers stopped thinking we were cute little kids. But on a deeper note, it's when we realized we were first growing up. As Mr. Sullivan always said, though, it's all about perspective. Even though the latter portion of middle school for us was tainted by the COVID-19 pandemic, we still made cherished memories of shooting rockets in 6th grade, burning cookies in home ec, experiencing that 8th grade dance at the Miller Place Inn, and of course, listening to that famous quote each morning, "Make it a great day or not, that choice is yours." Then suddenly, we turned the page and we were freshmen in high school. After and during that year, it was clear that our story was about to reach a climax, and it did. From homecomings to the Six Flags trip to the senior barbecue to prom to counting down the last moments of high school on the football field, it seems like all of our best memories and all of our best moments happened when we were together. I guess that's what makes this class so unique. And I guess then, if there was one word to describe the message to our story, it would be just that: together. But we didn't just make memories and leave. We made a profound impact. A lot of teachers from this school will tell you this is one of their favorite, if not their favorite, graduating classes of all time. For me personally, it's my favorite, but I obviously might be a little biased. But anyways, the facts speak for themselves. We are responsible for our tug-of-war team going undefeated in pep rally, our class being named most spirited, softball, fencing, football, boys basketball, boys soccer, cheerleading, and even Science Olympiad all having historic seasons. We had the best ever executive council, which was led by Lucy Chang, Taylor McHugh, Nyla Rahman, and Bianca Zhao. The best ever senior cabinet, you could clap. The best ever senior cabinet led by Anders Dahlberg, Claire Wagno, Meadow Dahlberg, and Noah Simonis. And obviously, the best ever salutatorian. I'm just kidding. I know I missed a lot, but either way, faculty, administration, and families, you're in the presence of unrivaled greatness. There never has and never will be a Miller Place graduating class with a story as good as this one. Today, though, we gather here at our graduation, the time when the memories of our past, the magnitude of the present, and the dreams for our future all converge. The time when we don't know whether we should feel happy or sad, and the moment we will remember forever. Today, after well over 2,000 days of school since kindergarten, and over 10,000 class periods since middle school, the final period to our story will be written. But it won't be a period, actually. With this class, obviously, it will be an exclamation point. Before I conclude, I wanted to mention one other thing. I decided to be a little selfish here and take advantage of this opportunity to bring up something that is extremely important to me. Actually, the single most important thing to me by far. I've had the privilege of spending my entire life since the day I was born surrounded by my 5 best friends and the greatest role models I could have ever asked for. Together, of course, along with my mom and dad, we formed something called the Cerrito Clan, and as the youngest one, I realized my sole goal was to be myself, yet embody a little bit of each of them, which has allowed me to be the best person I could ever wish for. I guess this next part goes for all the soon-to-be graduates here. Everyone sitting behind you, literally and figuratively, made this class through the sacrifices, the commitment, the examples they set, and their unwavering support. So when you get in the car on the way home, the very least you could do is just say thank you. Mom, Dad, Danielle, Jason, Thomas, Miss Cerrito, and Michael, thank you for everything. Now finally, what you've all probably been waiting for, my conclusion. To the class of 2025, most of us began our journey here as strangers, but obviously, we're not strangers to each other anymore. We're brothers and sisters. We're also a family. The unfortunate part, though, is that after today, we will all be headed in different directions. Some of us will become doctors or nurses or engineers or entrepreneurs or pilots or teachers or businessmen or lawyers or artists or scientists and so much more. Luckily, though, there's a nice cliche that says, friends come and go, but family is forever. We will forever be a part of this family, be graduates from the best class in Miller Place history, and forever, in our hearts, be together. Finally, just remember, there truly is no place like Miller Place, and there truly is no class like the class of 2025. We did it, everyone. We did it. Thank you.
Great job, Matthew. At this time, I'd like to have Anders Dahlberg, president of the senior class, come on up to present the class of 2025's class gift. Mr. Dahlberg.
On behalf of the senior class of 2025, I would like to present our class gift to the class of 2026. The class of 2025 will be donating the remaining balance in their account towards the General Scholarship Fund. And before I leave, I would like to thank everyone in the class of 2025 for making our last year together so special. This year, our class cabinet worked very hard and closely with the school administration to organize a senior trip for Miller Place High School for the first time in 2 decades. Thanks to our class's ability to come together and conduct ourselves in a manner that made Miller Place shine amongst other classes on our trip, we are confident that this is a privilege and tradition that will be carried on by future senior classes. So thank you, class of 2025, and congratulations.
Up next to address the senior class is a student who has truly set herself apart through exceptional academic achievement, earning a remarkable cumulative average of 102.58. Her academic record has been second to none. Throughout her high school career, she has demonstrated outstanding leadership and involvement across a variety of areas. She has served as the lead attorney on our mock trial team, contributed to the service club, and is a proud member of the National Honor Society. Athletically, she has competed as a member of both the varsity tennis and varsity badminton teams. And musically, she has showcased her talents as a violinist in the high school orchestra and as a vocalist both in the concert choir and select chorus. Academically, she has challenged herself by completing 21 advanced placement honors or college-level courses. Her commitment to academic excellence has earned her distinction of AP Scholar with Honors and the prestigious AP Capstone Diploma. Recently, she shared the following sentiment. My only wish is that as valedictorian of the class of 2025 at Miller Place High School, I will have somewhat fulfilled the motto of empowering excellence today, developing tomorrow's achievers, forever Miller Place proud. Even in the most unconventional manner of simply prioritizing education, knowledge, learning, and independent thought. I could say with the utmost confidence that she has not only met but exceeded our expectations, both as a student and as a member of this great community. She has indeed made us Miller Place proud. She'll be attending the honors program at Suffolk Community College this fall. It is my pleasure to present to you the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Miss Diana Zarvanellian.
Holy, that's a lot of people. Cerrito, how'd you do this? Where are you? How? How we feeling, class of 2025? Good? All right, 'cause I'm hella nervous. Good evening, everyone. By a show of hands, how many of you have heard the phrase, actions speak louder than words? Common phrase, right? Well, my mother, who's somewhere in the audience, has ingrained this phrase into me since I was a wee babe, and she's always been right. Until today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day I finally prove my mother wrong. For the first, and most likely the last time in my life. Because here I am, honored to be standing in front of a crowd of beautiful people with only my words and a microphone loud enough for her to hear me. That being said, Mama, wherever you are in the audience, thank you. You're the best mom I could have ever been blessed with, and I love you so much. Thank you to my stepfather for everything you've done to support my mom. Thank you to my brothers. Despite your peanut butter allergies, you're still the greatest, most perfect people I could ever have in my life. And I love you guys so much. Thank you to the Board of Education, administrators, teachers, faculty, and staff of Miller Place for influencing the class of 2025 in more ways than you could possibly know. A special thanks to our retirees, Mrs. Selenko, Mrs. Eubanks, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Marsala, Mrs. Medina, and of course, the Mr. Vallone, whose obsession with Gen Z slang, quotable catchphrases, and shadow baseball swing will forever be remembered by the class of 2025. Thank you to our salutatorian, Matt Cerrito. You're the bestest, worst rival I could have ever gone up against. And without you, I might have actually gotten at least 6-7 hours of sleep. I'm sorry, that's the last 6-7 joke, I promise. Thank you to the loved ones of the class of 2025 for a job well frickin' done, raising this group of talented young adults. And last, but certainly not least, thank you, class of 2025. Yes, you introduced me to TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram. Did I get them right? I'm not sure. Introduced me to brain rot and taught me it, and infected me with the worst case of senioritis imaginable. But, more importantly, you've made the last 4 years unforgettable. Especially senior year with that whole big cheese incident. If I'm being honest though, these thank yous, they'll never be enough to express the depth of my gratitude for all of you. Why? Because they're just words. And gratitude, real gratitude, isn't just something you say, it's something you live by. See, the truth is, my mother was right. She always seems to be right. Actions do speak louder than words. So, how do we, the class of 2025, truly show our gratitude and honor those who've gotten us this far in life? We use everything and anything they could have possibly done for us to become the best versions of ourselves. You see, the world doesn't need more speeches. It needs more people who live with passion, with purpose, with gratitude in action. People like all of you. That being said, live your lives louder than your words ever could. On that note, God bless the class of 2025. God bless Miller Place, and heck, why not? God bless America. Thank you very much.
Seniors, on a personal note, I do honestly want to thank all of the graduates that are here today for the tremendous memories that you will leave here in Miller Place. You've truly inspired us all. At this point, I'd like to acknowledge just some of the accomplishments of the class of 2025. In athletics, 100% of the varsity teams qualified as scholar athlete teams, earning Miller Place High School as a New York State School of Distinction for the 5th consecutive year. 55% of the seniors earned scholar athlete status for at least one season of participation with a 90% GPA or higher during that season. 60% of our varsity teams qualified for postseason competitions. 7 teams won their respective divisional league championships. 2 won the Suffolk County Championship. 1 team won the Long Island Championship. And 1 team won the New York State Championship, as well as 1 New York State individual champion. Congratulations. "42 senior athletes have earned All-League or All-Division. 26 seniors were selected to All-County. 6 earned All-Long Island. And an amazing 8 earned All-New York State honors. And 25 senior student athletes will have committed to playing NCAA intercollegiate athletics next year. In the arts, 40 of our seniors participated in a musical performing group. 2 students were selected as alternates to the New York State All-State, and 6 students were selected to participate in the NISCAME. 10 of our seniors will be majoring in art in college, and this past year, 14 seniors participated in an outstanding drama performance of Tuck Everlasting. And in academics, 63% of this year's senior class will be awarded an Advanced Regents Diploma, and another 30% will be receiving a Regents Diploma. 15% of our students are receiving a diploma with honors. 90% of this class will be college-bound this upcoming fall, and we have 3 students in this class that have entered into military service. And this graduating class has been awarded over $4 million in possible scholarships. Congratulations. Parents, guardians, family members, friends, and most of all, this class of 2025. I'd like to begin by congratulating the parents and guardians that are here today. You've made it. You've believed in your children since the minute they were born, and no matter how hard they have tried to prove you wrong, they can all thank you for your consistent effort to help get them to this point. We have a tremendous opportunity to recognize the achievement of all students that have reached this landmark. This is the culmination of classes, exams, extracurricular activities, and social events that have come together to complete your high school experience. You've endured the highs and lows, triumphs and tragedies, smiles and tears, and they in turn characterize who you are. Your success has been dependent on your actions, your decisions, and your hard work. What you do is how you are defined, and shortly you will all be defined as high school graduates. Tonight we celebrate more than the end of high school. We celebrate a class that has left a mark on this school that won't soon fade. The class of 2025 has been nothing short of extraordinary. You've not only grown into strong students, artists, athletes, leaders, and thinkers, but you've also brought heart, humor, and hope into our hallways. Even more importantly, you've grown into good people. People who lead with kindness, who lift others up, who find joy in little things and strength in tough moments. And for that, we are grateful. Every graduating class leaves something behind. But this class, you don't just leave a legacy, you leave a spirit. You've raised the bar, and you've set a new standard for what it means to be a school community. Whether it was your leadership on the field, your brilliance on stage, your curiosity in class discussions, or the quiet ways you checked on a friend or lent a hand, you've shown us all what it means to live with purpose. I want you to know that this class has meant a great deal to me personally. I've watched you grow, not just as students, but as people. I've seen you wrestle with challenges, celebrate victories, and navigate the ups and downs of adolescence with grace and grit. I've had the honor of sharing moments, both big and small, that reminded me daily of why I chose this profession in the first place. You reminded me of the power of a connection. You reminded me that laughter in the hallway can brighten the hardest day, that a thoughtful question in class can change someone's perspective, that the way we treat one another, especially when no one is watching, defines who we are. You didn't just go through high school, you elevated it. You made it better, and you made us better. There's a story I love about a teacher who once gave her students, a blank piece of paper with a single blue dot in the middle. She asked them to write about what they saw. Every student wrote about the blue dot, how small it was, how it stood out, how it disrupted the white space around it. When they finished, the teacher smiled and said, "It's interesting that none of you wrote about the white part of the paper. The blank space is much bigger than the dot, but you all focused on that one small spot. She went on to explain that life is like that piece of paper. The blue dots, our challenges, setbacks, and even our goals stand out. But don't forget about the white space. That's the journey. That's the time spent laughing with friends in the hallway, the conversations before class, staying up late to finish a project, or dancing like no one's watching you at the prom. So today, as you take this big step forward, don't just keep your eyes on the next destination. Pay attention to the journey. It's where the real story of your life is written. And as you move on to whatever comes next, college, careers, service, or an adventure, I hope you remember what you built here. Carry it with you. Carry the friendships, the lessons, the moments that made you who you are. And when the world gets uncertain, and I promise it will, remember you are capable, you are ready, and you are deeply loved by a school community that will always cheer you on. You have an amazing opportunity in front of you. The transition in your life that you're about to take will give you a chance to truly pursue your passion and find the way that you will be fulfilled. Believe in yourself as we as a community have believed in you since your first step on the school bus at the Andrew Muller Primary School. We've had great expectations for you that at times seemed unrealistic. Sitting here tonight, you've shown us you are capable of great things. Our expectations for you were based on the idea that we knew you could live up to them, and you have. Continue to strive for great things for yourself, and remember the foundation and supports that this Miller Place community has provided you. I am hopeful and I'm excited about what all of you can achieve. And I know, armed with the skills and experience you've gained over the past 13 years, you're ready to make your mark on the world. Class of 2025, thank you for everything you've given to this school. We will miss you more than you know, but we couldn't be prouder of the people you've become. Go out there and keep making this world a better place, just like you did here. Congratulations. We look forward to hearing your stories and watching your continued success. We just ask that you don't forget us. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Mr. Brian Macarius, Board of Education Vice President, to give the Board of Education address. Mr. Macarius.
Thank you, Mr. Slavin. Good evening, parents, guardians, families, distinguished guests, Miller Place community, and of course, the Miller Place High School class of 2025. On behalf of the Board of Education, it is my distinct honor and privilege to address you tonight. To the class of 2025, today is not just a ceremony, it is a day that you will remember forever. It's a milestone, rite of passage, end of a chapter that you began at the tender age of 5, and the beginning of a new chapter that you will start tonight in your first steps to adulthood. And what a chapter the past 12 years have been in your lives. As you progress through grade school, middle school, and now high school, you have grown, found your voice, and made friends. You've become knowledgeable about the world around you, and many of you have already decided your path in the future. Yet, all of you, at one time or another, have faced challenges. Some were expected, and some were not. As difficult as they may have been, these challenges are, in a form of education, life lessons, as we call them. We learn from these challenges, and you grew to emerge stronger, wiser, and become ready for those first steps into adulthood. Tonight, I would like to say whether your next step is college, the workforce, military service, or other ventures, know this. You carry with you not only the academic knowledge you've acquired over the past 12 years, but the resilience that you've built in facing life's challenges and moving forward. The values that have shaped you and will continue to shape you, and the relationships that have supported, guided, and encouraged you all along the way. You've made it. You did it, and we're proud of your success. Remember how this feels tonight, because this is the result of hard work and determination, and yes, you should be proud of yourselves. It is important to recognize that you are not alone in this journey. And people also often say it takes a village. Many people along the way have provided you with unwavering support, including your parents, guardians, family members, and friends. So I encourage you at some point tonight or over the next few days to reach out to those people that have impacted you and let them know how their actions helped you become the person you are today, and thank them. A simple thank you will make them feel appreciated and seen. To our educators and staff, your dedication has made this achievement possible. You are mentors, role models, and champions for our students. The seeds you have planted will continue to grow in ways that you may never fully see. But know that all the profound effect that you've had on these students will stay with them for the rest of their lives. There is no doubt that this class will forever impact this world because they are thinkers, creators, problem solvers, leaders, and all of which are due to your dedication to your students. Thank you for all you do. One final word to our graduates. Success is not measured by titles, accolades, or how much money you make. The real measure of success is the positive difference that you make in the lives of others. In the weeks, months, and years ahead, I encourage you to stay curious, stay courageous, and always be compassionate. As the great Maya Angelou said, people won't remember what you said or did. They will remember how you made them feel. As I began, I will finish by saying graduation is not an end. It is beginning. It represents hope and a start of something great, and that is the future of these wonderful graduates here tonight. On behalf of the Miller Place Board of Education, I would like to say how proud of you we are, and it is time for you to go forward with confidence and know that your community stands behind you, cheering you on today and always. Thank you, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2025.
Next is the real purpose that you are all here. At this time, I will be calling up Mr. Sean White, our Assistant Principal Director of Guidance, to award the class of 2025 with their diplomas. Mr. White.
Class of 2025, are you excited? A little bit? Okay, good. Let's get this started. Ms. Fumano. Caden Mikkel Aaron. Jason Richard Adams. Julia Almodovar. Mirabella Altabrando. Christopher Amendola. Mia Liana Amenson. Cooper Joseph Anderson. Lucas Aparicio. Josie Adesano. Nicholas Joseph Balsamo. Andrew Bass. Antonio Daniel Bensavenko. Rembert Tay Bennett. Marina Grace Belinda. Michael E. Biondi, Jr. Madison Jewel Blaha. Daniel Boudou. Abigail Bossard. Madeline Jalen Brett. Maxim Brock. Ava Camille Burrows. Fiona Jade Berzinski. Nicholas Anthony Calandrino. Brooke Irene Callahan. Emily Rose Campos. Ella Suzanne Canino. Chris Stephen Murley Cavalier. Natalie Rose Cervenka. Lucy Chang. Rachel Chen. Ilcia Chicas Ortez. Matthew John Cerrito. Desiree Klassen. Ava Margaret Rose Cloak. June Elizabeth Coletta. Sean Connolly. Fan club in the back. Christian Glenn Conway. Tristan Carotas. Brianna Christine Cuccinella. Robert Thomas Cullen III. Lamade Dada. Anders Vaughn Dolberg. Meadow Violet Dolberg. Emily Elizabeth Dara. Carrie Grace Davis. Jordan Marie DiMarino. Samantha Renee DeRosa. Richard Red DeVito.
Yes,
Christopher James DiFilippo. Valentina DiGiuseppe. Caitlin Demuta. Gianna Marie D'Onofrio. Quinn Brady Doyen. Michael John Drago. Lauren Marie Durkin. Grace Marie Dwyer. Elena Nicole Echeverria. Angelica Maria Estafillo. Derek Estrada. Juliana Carolyn Farina. Ava Marie Federick. Erin Rebecca Felser. Brandon Michael Ferrara. Bruce William Fieldman II. Christian Thomas Fisher. Jack Shea Flannery. Nicholas Matthew Frusco. Anthony Fuentes. Demetrius Garrettson. Asia Gaskin Gordon. Okay, in the back. Andrew Jaden Galipter. Tyler Lorenzo Giannini. Caitlin Elizabeth Getz. Kyle Stephen Goldfarb. Cameron Jeffrey Golding. Is that for him? That's impressive. Christopher Jameson Golod. Maranovic Gonzalez. Christopher Gary Gould. James Grace. Yeah, James. Ariana Elizabeth Gazowski. Shai Harrell. Colby Wade Herman. Yeah, Colby. Jesse Evan Hodella. Sadie Ray Hoffman. Jacob Hewer. Kyla Marie Ierna Petrie. Saim Imran. Grace Kelly. William Paul Kilthau III. Kilthaw. Dane LaGrasta. Brendan Patrick Lake. Robert Jason Lamberti. Pause for a moment while we flip sides. Really nice job. Vincent John Lanza. Jake Brian Lawther. Despina Lazarinus. Morgan Rose Levy. Ajay Antonio Kirkpatrick Lewis. Jamie Taylor Lewis. Isabella Marie Licari. Christopher Joseph Loray. Lucas August Lockle. That's really cute. I love it. Abigail Elizabeth Lanegra. Emily Grace Lopez. Natalia Sophia Latito. Sydney Grace Lyons. Chase Robert McCauley. Emma Ray McDonald. William Douglas McDonald. Gabrielle Christine Maggio. Madeline Elizabeth Malone. Matthew Sebastian Pasquale Mancini. Stefano Manzo. Vincent C. Marino. Kaylin McCarthy. Andrew Thomas McGurk. Taylor Rose McHugh. Kaylee McKenna. Jaden Harvey Meadows. Giselle Menjivar. Jason Romeo Maletti. Ashlyn J. Mistretta. Luke James Maloney. Ethan Anthony Monaco. Ian Kendall Moore. Sophia Elizabeth Moore. Isabella Sophia Morano. Bradford Brian Mulvey. Braden Gregory Murphy. Jason David Murray. Skylar Rose Nardi. Virginia O'Hanlon. Ruben Ojeda. Jake Orenzo. Yeah, Ruben, yeah. Logan Pagel. Evelyn Mary Paul. Colin Stephen Pendergast. Sean Lawrence Pepe. Matthew Perry. Madison Page Polito. Kayla Portagiano. Cameron Kyle Preston. Sylvia Angela Puglia. Nyla Rahman. Adriana Dariel Rando. Brandon Sidney Resnick. Yeah, Rando. Derek Reyes Coydle. Allison Edith Reyes Buena. Tristan Matthew Rodriguez. Gavin Christopher Romansky. Braden Ivor Rowe. Joseph Antonio Salgado. Noah Harry Simonis. Gavin Michael Sanfilippo. Stefan Schretzmeyer. Isabella Schuster. Jillian Elizabeth Scully. Joseph Michael Selfridge. Samantha Valentina Selfridge. Yeah, Joe. William James Seppi. Aaron Mary Sexton. Joshua Peter Shelton. Juliana Marie Skoblicki. Gwendolyn Rose Smith. Yeah. Lorelei Suzanne Specht. Noah K. Squires. Justin Daniel Summers. Congrats, Noah. Emma Sinan. Adrian Tamayo. Jackson William Thompson. Caroline Megan Travers. Haley Ann Turner. Nicholas Scott Valerie. Charlotte K. Veach. Matthew Velasquez. Fabrizio Vidal. Claire Victoria Wagner. Grace Warren. Kevin Washington. Sky Robin Welsh. Dennis James Williamson. Richard Philip Wink. Hayden Marie Young. Madeline Dorothy Zakzinski. Isabella Juliet Zayer. Diana Zarbanelian. Ava Michelle Ziccanelli. Bianca Zhao. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
At this time, I would like to invite up Miss Lucy Chang, Executive Council President, to please come up and join me at the podium. Class of 2025, please rise. Position your tassels on the right side of your cap. To signify the official graduation from Miller Place High School, Lucy will lead the class of 2025 with the traditional moving of the tassel to complete your graduation. Lucy, please lead your classmates and move your tassel to the left. Nice job, buddy. Lucy. Board of Education members, district administrators, family, friends, I present to you Miller Place High School's class of 2025. Family members, please come join us on the field to celebrate this great class. Congratulations.
Get it, Mom. Get it. Get it, yeah. Don't grab him. Yeah, that's right. Wait, I'm about to say we can't see Sage. All right. Vale, don't cover your face. All right. On the count of three, say on to the next. On to the Exactly.